The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Abbas Tajud, had said that the House stands solidly behind President Bola Tinubu's borrowing plans. He said that such measures are vital for financing critical infrastructure and stimulating economic growth. Delivering the keynote address at the 8th Annual African Network of Parliamentary Budget Office Conference, Abbas noted that the recent House's position on government borrowing was misrepresented. The conference, hosted by the Nigerian National Assembly and the National Assembly Budget Research Office, focused on the role of PBOs in African Parliament fiscal oversight, contribution to the African 2063 Development Agenda. The Speaker was referring to claims made by him at the 11th Annual Conference and General Assembly of the West African Association of Public Account Committees, WAPAC, organized by the House of Representative Public Account Committee. In his speech at the event read by the House leader, Professor Julius Ihumbere, the Speaker had warned that the nation's debt-to-GDP ratio had climbed to 52%, surpassing the 40% statutory limit, while urging Parliament across West Africa to strengthen oversight of public borrowing to safeguard the future of their citizens. But speaking on Monday, Abbas clarified that the legislature has consistently supported responsible and targeted borrowing to meet Nigerians' pressing developmental needs. According to him, strategic and responsible borrowing is an essential fiscal tool, saying that Nigeria must sometimes leverage credit to finance critical infrastructure and stimulate growth and protect vulnerable populations. He assured that all borrowings under President Tinubu's administration are designed to be transparent, sustainable, and in line with Nigeria's medium-term debt strategy and global best practices. Disclosing that Nigeria loses an estimated $18 billion every year to financial crimes, representing roughly 3.8% of the country's GDP, the Speaker stressed the urgent need to strengthen parliamentary fiscal oversight to safeguard public resources. He warned that the continent collectively loses over $587 billion annually due to corruption, illicit financial flows, and inefficiencies. He noted that these funds, if properly managed, could significantly enhance social infrastructure, providing better schools across the continent.
Another critical challenge is revenue leakage through corruption, illicit financial flows, and inefficiency. African countries collectively lose staggering sums that never find their way into developmental programs. According to the African Development Bank, Africa loses over $587 billion annually to capital flight. That is money that flees the continent through corruption, illicit trade, mispricing, and profit shifting by multinational corporations, among other channels. Corruption alone is estimated to drain about $148 billion from Africa annually. And other illicit financial flows such as trade malpractices, smuggling, among others, siphon away additional tens of billions of dollars. This money that should be used to build roads in Lagos, equip hospitals in Nairobi, or improve schools in Accra, but instead it vanishes. Nigeria presents a cautionary example of both the challenge and urgency of oversight. In our public procurement processes, which make up a significant part of government spending, Nigeria loses an estimated $18 billion each year to financial crimes. Roughly 3.8% of our GDP.
Speaking, chairperson of the African Network of Parliamentary Budget Offices, Professor Damisani Genjis, warned that Africa's economies remain highly vulnerable to external shocks, including volatile capital flows, global trade disruptions, and climate change impact. He said the African Parliamentary Budget Offices are emerging as critical instruments in ensuring fiscal transparency, policy accountability, and alignment with continent's long-term development goals. He commended Nigeria's recent macroeconomic reforms, adding that economic growth had reached 3.4% in 2024, the highest in a decade, yet cautioned that inflation and poverty remain pressing concerns.
High inflation continues to pressure households in our society, business. Poverty levels remain serious high in our country. This context makes fiscal oversight role of NABRO more crucial than ever. The challenge now is to consolidate these gains and translate macroeconomic stability into inclusive growth and tangible development within Nigeria. NABRO's mandate is central to ensuring that public funds are channeled effectively towards building human capital, closing infrastructure gaps, and creating the productive jobs needed to lift millions out of poverty. Nigeria's journey offers powerful lessons for all of us when we're sitting here.
Baba Sunday, Eagles FM News.